You probably learned a simple story about America's founding. Well, let's do a reality check.
So the popular story is it was all about religious freedom, right? Not exactly. Forget the Pilgrims for a sec. The story actually kicks off down in Jamestown, Virginia, in 1607.
Yeah, these settlers were sent by the Virginia Company, a business that just wanted to get rich.
And their plan? It had a huge flaw. They brought a bunch of gold experts, but no farmers.
So after just 1 year, the survival rate was a grim 20%. People were literally starving.
This wasn't some thriving settlement. It was a desperate outpost, totally on the brink of collapse.
To get labor, they used indentured servants. You can think of it as a kind of temporary slavery.
And then, in 1619, the first enslaved Africans arrived, setting the stage for what was to come.
Just as the colony was about to fail, they finally found their gold. It was brown and leafy.
Tobacco production just exploded. This built a society of huge plantations, not small towns.
Okay, let's head north. Time for that story you think you know, the Puritans. Now, these weren't just any Protestants. They were Congregationalists, and they had a super strict mission. The Pilgrims actually landed in Plymouth completely by accident, so they just made their own rules.
And sound familiar? Just like in Jamestown, that first winter was absolutely brutal. Half of them died.
They only survived thanks to a local Patuxet man, Squanto, which led to that first Thanksgiving.
Their leader, John Winthrop, saw their colony as a shining, godly example for the entire world.
But freedom for all? Nope. This place had a really rigid top-down power structure.
So, if you challenged the rules, or even questioned the leaders, yeah, you got kicked right out.
So here's the deal. Two very different starting points. One driven by profit, the other by purity.
It's not a simple story about freedom. It's a messy story of money, faith, and control.
And that gap between the myth and the actual history is a tension we can still feel today.